My name is Ethan Moore, and I'll never forget the Christmas dinner that started like any other but ended with words that felt like a punch to the chest. My family always celebrated in our cozy living room, with my dad, Robert Moore, at the head of the table, Mom cooking in the kitchen, and my sister, Claire Moore, bustling around with her husband, Tyler Bennett, helping set plates and pour drinks. It should have been warm and cheerful, but that night, it wasn't. Everything seemed normal at first. We exchanged small gifts, laughed at old stories, and dug into the roasted turkey and mashed potatoes Mom had spent hours preparing. Then Dad leaned back, resting his hand on the table, and gave me that look. The one I knew meant trouble. "Ethan," he said slowly, "I think it's time you understand something. This Christmas, you're getting nothing." I froze. I couldn't tell if he was joking at first, but the seriousness in his eyes was unmistakable. My heart sank. "Nothing. Dad, why?" He sighed. "Your sister's husband, Tyler, and I have been talking, and we think it's better if the big gifts go to them this year. You know, priorities, responsibilities, and all that." I blinked, trying to process. Tyler had a job, sure, but he wasn't struggling financially like I was. And yet, here I was, being told I was less important at the dinner table simply because of some unspoken calculation. My sister looked uneasy, avoiding eye contact, and Tyler glanced at me awkwardly. I wanted to speak up, to argue, but my throat felt tight. Instead, I stayed silent, hoping the moment would pass. But it didn't. Dad continued, explaining in a condescending tone about savings, investments, and family strategy. Every word felt like a reminder that I wasn't considered a priority in my own home. My stomach twisted with a mixture of anger and humiliation. Then something unexpected happened. Tyler, who had seemed complicit, finally spoke. "Mr. Moore," he said, his voice firm but polite, "I don't think this is fair. Ethan has every right to celebrate Christmas with the family like the rest of us. We shouldn't be deciding who deserves gifts and who doesn't." The tension in the room shifted. My sister glanced at Tyler, surprised at his assertiveness. Dad opened his mouth to respond, but Tyler held up a hand. "Christmas is about family, not calculating who gets what. Ethan should get his share." Dad hesitated, then finally nodded, a little reluctantly. "Fine," he said. "Maybe I got carried away." I breathed a quiet sigh of relief, but the moment left a mark. I realized that family dynamics can be complicated, and sometimes adults make mistakes, even parents. But it also reminded me that allies can come from unexpected places, even the people you think are on the other side. That Christmas dinner, which began with exclusion and tension, ended with a small lesson. Standing up for fairness and letting others support you can change everything, even when it comes from someone you least expect. Tyler's intervention didn't just save the gifts, it reminded everyone at the table that respect and inclusion matter more than hierarchy or favoritism. By the end of the night, the turkey was gone, the gifts were exchanged fairly, and I felt a quiet sense of vindication. I learned that family isn't just about blood, it's about who's willing to do what's right, even when it's uncomfortable. And sometimes, a single voice of reason can change the course of a holiday entirely.